Vladimir, and thank you all the previous speaker for the great presentations. And for me, it's great honor to be today here and share with you my experience about sustainable development goals and Green Deal's experience. What we have. Just I share my presentation with you. I hope this work. Could you see?
Yes, we can see it quite well.
1 minute. So maybe I give some practical overview how really to implement the Sustainable Development Goals and the Green Deal goals in European level and especially in the local and regional level. And maybe about my background, I was 10 years the mayor of the 7th largest city in Estonia. Right now I'm vice mayor. I'm quite active international experience. I've been member of the committed region some couple of periods and working same time very close together with different UN organizations like UNC, Real Estate Market Advisory Group, and UNC Housing and Land Management things. So I'm a little experience and share what you really could do in the local level and how you can connect this with this big European and international goals. So, as you know, the European Green Deal was the new initiative of Ursula von der Leyen cabinet a couple of years ago, and this is really big goals for Europe. What Europe is thinking in the next 20 and 30 years. What is our goal? And of course, the European New Green Deal and Sustainable UN Sustainable Development Goals are a relationship between them. How the big picture or big goal is same for both of these initiatives. So the European Green Deal have like 6 main political directions and scopes. This is sustainable energy, circular economy, clean transport, nature and biodiversity, food and agriculture, and green finance and industry. And the big goal or strategy, growth strategy for Europe is this Europe must be climate neutrally by 2015. Today, this looks quite goal what we must dream, but we must go step to step to this for this strategy. But how we can go for this goal? This must be. It's very important that we must implement these strategies as European Green Deal and the European EU Sustainable Development Goals in the local level. Every city and region must be part of them. Thus, we have a closest institution to the citizens, and we must be proactive. We must taking multi-level governance, speaking with our governments, with our regions governance, and be like bridge between this European institution and local leaders. So if European Green Deal have like 6 main directions, you can see that many of them is very similar with this UN Sustainable Development Goals, and especially goal number 11, what is sustainable cities and communities. And maybe today I want to speak about this focus to you, how we can implement these UN development goals and European Green Deals in the local level, how these 2 parts is connected. And the European level, the cities who have goal to implement UN Sustainable Development Goals have a united so-called European Sustainable Cities Platform. This was launched in 2016, and they make like Basque declaration. I'm in my presentation the links, and you can maybe if it's interesting for you, you can use them and check them. What is the main ideas of Basque declaration? This city who follows the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and as our Commission and Vice President of European Commission, Frans Timmermans, has said that urban climate action is the heart of the European Green Deal, and this is one key question of the global Green Deal. One huge part of this European Green Deal is already end of last year in December or beginning of this year approved renovation wave. This means that European Union has a goal to renovate our old building stock, and this building stock use like 40% of general energy budget of European Union, and this is big goals of European Green Deal, and same time this is important goals of UN Sustainable Development Goals. Maybe a couple of words about this institution, what I represent. This is European Committee of the Region, and the European Committee of the Region is made up like 329 members. This looks like European Parliament, and every member have alternate member too. This means that we have more like almost 340 members representing regional and local authorities of 27 member states about European Union. I coming from Estonia, and Estonia have 7 members from these 329 members, and we have several, as Estonia, we have several alternate members too. And the European Committee of the Region is institution as European Parliament, as European Commission, as European Committee for the Economic and Social, European Economic and Social Committee. And the European Committee of the Region was established in 1994, and every important EU legislations comes through Committee of the Region, and we're checking forward how this European Commission initiatives has related with local and regional interest, and every member could have some do their opinion and to be part of legislation process of European policy making. So this is European Committee Region, and this is how this works, and our General Assembly or plenary is working in 4 times in the year, and every member could working in different commissions, like 6 commissions with different field of political interest in European level. So what we have really European Committee of the Region, how we have hard discussions in the last year or the end of this year, how we can really implement the European Green Deal goals. And we started in Committee of the Region initiative, what's called the Green Deal Going Local. And this is quite new initiative, and we developed in the committee, the working groups, working group, and how called Green Deals Going Local, and these members who supporting this way of thinking could be member of this working group. And the working group have like 3 objectives. One of them is to provide and working with different areas, policy areas with European Green Deal, and we must say that we must very steady place cities and regions, what role they play in this big policy making process, and so on, and how we can implement the green transition locally, and how the local authorities could share the best practices each together. This is what the Committed Region Green Deal local working group is doing in Europe. Here you see our main goals. You see sustainable transport, transition and circular economy, zero pollution euro, from farm to work, different priorities of Green Deal, and European Committee, the region, we watching there, because all these priorities must be implemented, and how they can implement in the local and regional level. As I said before, one important point is European renovation wave, and how we can save energy and be energy efficient, and how energy efficient in the European level in the different types of building, like housing, like business buildings, like production buildings, so on. And one big initiative in European level in the citizen region is the European Covenant of Mayors. And Covenant of Mayors is almost 10 years old, the initiative of European Commission, and European Committee of the Region has been part of them almost 10-15 years. And today I give a little overview how this initiative have developed to Covenant of Mayors for Climate and Energy. And today, Covenant of Mayors, how we say Covenant of Mayors for Climate and Energy in Europe, as we shortly say, Covenant Europe, brings together more like 10,000 local governments in 61 countries, included Ukraine. And these cities have voluntary signed the commitment to implementing EU climate and energy objectives. And every city who have part of the Covenant of Europe, or Covenant of Mayors of Climate for Energy, must sign the voluntary plan for this city, that is Sustainable Energy and Climate Action Plan, called the SECAP. And this is how the Covenant of Mayors works, and this is main successful initiative in Europe, how the implement of Green Deal and Sustainable Development goes in Europe. So what is the Covenant of Mayors? Probably you know a little bit about them. In this case, this movement is in Ukraine, quite strong too. And these initiatives have idea how to develop energy efficiency, renewable energy. These cities must be have goal and vision how we can decarbonize our economy, how we could have access to secure, sustainable, and affordable energy. And this is map of members and signatories around Europe. You see many of them in Italy, in Spain, but same time you see in Ukraine you have many participant cities too. And this initiative started like 10 years ago, 2008, and you see picture from 2008, and right now we have here a celebration ceremony in 2018, like 3 years ago. The initiative was evaluated in from 2006 till 2017 as priorities of European Commission, to the Covenant of Mayors initiative, to adoption of the climate goals, and setting the new commitment in 2015 15 together with COP Paris, and after them till 2017, all different movements in local level united to the global covenant of mayors for the climate and energy. And most goals for signatories is reduced CO2 emissions to till 2030 at least 40%, and this is the main orientation of new global covenant of mayors. What I want to tell you today, how we in local level can promote this, and how we can promote this big goal in the really practical level. And in this case, Committee of the Region has built up the institution of Covenant of Mayor ambassadors. And Covenant of Mayor ambassadors is the network of the key persons who are motivated to promote the results of the Covenant of Mayors in the different levels, in local level, in national level, in internationally, in Europe level, and bring the real practical examples how this could work. This initiative started with 2016 in the European Committee of the Region, and in this year, right, 2 days ago, the Committee of the Region created a second chamber of the Covenant of Mayor ambassadors. That's called the National Ambassadors of Covenant of Initiative, and this is quite new and fresh initiative, started in 21 of April 2021. And ambassadors in national level in the second chamber are goal to promoting initiative is his home country and present these ideas in the national level, and mobilizing the peers to join the movement, not only in his home country but around of the Europe. And I'm really happy to be nominated to the ambassador in 2016, and same time nominated to the member of National Ambassador Chamber almost 2 days ago. Here was the nomination of ambassadors, and maybe I can show a little very quick overview what we're doing with local and regional politicians, how we say why this Covenant of Mayors is good things to join us, how we can in local level save energy, save CO2 emissions, support circular economy, all these things what the Green Deal say this is important. So we are working with different countries around Europe and the world, and we could say we are the ambassadors of Covenant of Mayor global ambassadors. Covenant of Mayor has initiated the Covenant of Mayor East. This is countries of previous Soviet Union. Here is Ukraine, Belarus, Moldova, Georgia, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, in such kind of countries. And I myself coming, as you remember, the city of Rakvere. We have UN Sustainable Development Goals project with city of Goris, Armenia, and we, as one of the first signatories of Covenant of Mayors, we helped to Goris, Armenia, to have sustainable goals as city, and to help them to become a member of the Covenant of Mayors some 2-3 years ago, and in Armenia was the big summit of the Covenant of Mayors East. We are working with Ukraine. Maybe you know this city. This is Zaporozhye. We helped the the people from Zaporozhye and Covenant there, how change the situation, how the more sustainable, and how the implement this all green things. You see here in the main administrative building, every office had their own conditioner. In same situation, the whole building could be have same general conditioner to have better indoor climate in buildings. Same in the housing. If we renovate the full renovation recommend, you see some apartments in Zaporozhye have renovated this by self. I think this is quite well-known picture in Ukraine, other cities too. But we are speaking and sharing our experience there, and as we organized together with the State Fund of Support of Young Housing Construction and expert in the French Association of Ukraine, we are working with how we can save energy in living buildings with different cities in Kiev, in Lvov, in Kharkiv, in different cities, and so how the local level, the housing association could save energy and be energy efficient. We have meetings with working together with Friedrich Naumann Stiftung in Kiev, have seminars and sharing experience how we can really work together with these big implemented big goals. Here is some other pictures more. And sometimes the people coming from Estonia for different countries of Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, and we have as European member committee region be part of the different COP UN COP general conferences, and last one was in Katowice before the COVID-19 was started. But right now, I hope I have time to give some overview why we're doing so. I bring experience to my city, city of Rakvere, how we can implement Comment on Mayor's result with this last 10 years. So where is Rakvere located? We have north part of Estonia, and this is not very far if we could fly again. And you see where we located, and symbol of our city is Aurok. This is huge bull here you see, and the slogan of our city is Rakvere is full of power. Small but full of power. So, as I mentioned, city of Rakvere was first of city who started with government of mayors in 2008 with different mayors around of Europe. We think this green goals and sustainable development is way how we can develop the local authorities. And Rakvere was first signatory in 2009. And Rakvere was the part of 370 cities in Europe who was the first signatories in 10 February 2009. And if we remember, right now we have more like 10,000 cities around Europe who are signatories of this commitment. What we are doing, I give very quick overview about you. We made a very concrete plan, Sustainable Energy Action Plan, SAP, and 6 steps to the smart and sustainable development of Rakvere. And these 6 steps were the restructuration of district heating, heat consumption, efficient energy use in municipal and residential building, water consumption, street lighting, city planning, and urban transport. This was really what we in our city, Rakvere has 15,000 inhabitants, what we like to do. We have really planned in June 2009, this means 12 years ago. And first of all, we changed the district heating from fossil fuels to the to the biofuels. We are before using Russian cars. Right now we're changing this totally and have a lot of European investment for that. So right now we use biofuels, food chips. Here is district heating plant in our city. And we have very modern biofuels combi station in the city. And today we only use biofuels and use the green energy in district heating system in Rakvere. And here you see for the citizens, the price of the district heating go down as almost 20-30% how many. And these investments come from different projects, more like 8.3 million euros private and EU funds. And here see and we winning the best development of the district heating system in Estonia. You know, in Estonia we have quite cold winters, like probably in Ukraine. You see, especially this winter, where there was very cold too. The other things what we're doing on changing of waste management, that not see such kind of picture, but we have, you know, old Sovietic time waste area. Where is the people living, you know, bombs is like, and we are using some different European funds and circular economy way of thinking, and we built the new waste management system with sorting, new sorting areas, with different separate collection, who help refuel materials and stimulate. We have special wood material refueling. We have new clothing containers in the city, and this is very popular using by citizens. What we're doing, we have all municipal buildings have insulated and renovated. You see our typical Soviet time kindergarten. And we plan to have this nearly zero level energy efficient building. Right now, these buildings look like done and almost self-powered buildings in one of the main energy efficient building in Estonia. The other things, and you see the children is very happy and for this new and energy efficient thing. Other things, we're doing the concept of the smart city, and we in our general planning we have green and sustainable planning ideas. We connect the whole historical part of the city with the city center. We have many ideas how we can save energy in the city environment. We built first smart city hall. This is first nearly zero public building in Estonia who use this new building, what you see in picture. This has 1,500 square meter and use and we pay bills for heating in the winter, in the February and January, only 150 euro in months. This is using different energy efficiency and green energy resources like solar energy and geothermal heating pumps, and all this building is built by using the beam technology. And we have quite efficiency in the renovation of the multi-block buildings. What we teach the people to who work in Ukraine this field too. You see the area, and here we have 18 apartment buildings with 8 different types and almost 900 apartments. And we as city have idea to organize architecture competition for this area. How we can renovate these buildings? We have different ideas, different competitions, ideas. Lot of green things to put between these Soviet time buildings, and we see the results. What is happened? This was 2011 picture, and this was plans. We see the people how the buildings must be renovated, and see the results today. The buildings before and right now, and you see all the streets. This is taking like 5, 6, 8 years, and all these Soviet times buildings are renovated right now. And I could say Rakvere is in Estonia, first city who most of Soviet time buildings are renovated right now. And this is quite unique experience. You see, we use these solar panels. This is quite unique results of even in Estonia too. We have not big city. This means we changed the urban transport, not only in Rakvere but in generally Estonia. We have electric. We have charging system for the electric cars. And every local authorities have social workers are using electric cars. Rakvere, we have 7 electric cars for social workers, and we can charge this many places in Rakvere. We are changing street lighting to the green energy, changing the old lamps to the LED lamps, and most of Rakvere street lighting and using LED lights right now. Same is street water consumption. We say all the water and canalization, and use like 30 million euros different European aids for changing of canalization. To becoming end of my presentation, I see we have 2009 till 2021 as member of signature of the Covenant of Mayor. We using 43 different projects, 47 million euros, and our annual city budget is almost around 10 million. This means that there's me using extra money, almost 4 years full city budget money for sustainable development. And we are saving our goal. What we are doing 2009, we promised to save CO2 emission 20%. We have made this already today as 42%. And I think this, and we could say all the citizens, all the cities around Europe, the citizens from Ukraine or different countries in Europe, this is possible if you have really plan, if you have really sustainable action plan, or right now the sustainable action and climate plan, and really this is possible how you can implement this Green Deal and sustainable development goals. What the European Commission and United Nations is doing, what we must doing in next years to be climate neutral in the settlement. In my case, I thank you very much. I think maybe I was not so quick, but if I follow the plan, I think we have already time to the lunch break, but I'm happy to have questions if you have the questions.